Hey guys, happy Friday. So today we are talking about one of my favorite, possibly my favorite cryptozoology creature, cryptoid, what are they called? Urban legend, the Mothman. So to talk about the Mothman, we are traveling to Point Pleasant, West Virginia. So, there have been sightings of the Mothman dating back to 1914. And usually sightings of this creature, this Mothman, would precede or follow a tragedy, which there were plenty of for Point Pleasant. Especially flooding. Point Pleasant would often flood drastically to the point where it would cost thousands of dollars in damage to homes and businesses and cost the lives of the citizens of Point Pleasant. And usually before or after these events, there would be reported sightings of this Mothman. What we're really going to focus on is starting in November of 1966. And where we're really going to start is one of the most famous and well-documented sightings of the Mothman, and probably one of the first of that time. And that was by 4 teenagers driving one night, out for a joyride, when they were on a back road and they came across, standing in the middle of the road, this bird-like man, 6 or 7 feet tall, gray, 10-foot wingspan with red eyes. And I mean, when they came across him in the road, they did what I feel like any of us would do. And they stopped and turned around and jetted back towards town. Now, after a mile or so, they realized this creature was in the air, flying and following them. So they proceed to speed up, reaching speeds of almost 100 miles an hour, and this creature sticks with them and follows them all the way back to town before splitting off and flying back into the night. Now, throughout this November, there are hundreds of sightings of this Mothman. And I mean, these sightings take place in trees, on roads, in people's front yards, where the Mothman is just staring and watching them. I mean, this would happen in broad daylight and at night. So, this is no joke. Now, during this time, there were also sightings and reportings of UFOs in the area, in Point Pleasant and the area around as well. Now, I want you to keep in mind the time that this is taking place. This is the 60s. There's no internet, there's no cell phones, and this is not just Point Pleasant, the town itself. It's the area around it too. And it's not a huge town, but it's not like, a couple hundred people. So I don't believe this is a hoax. I don't believe, in this time and place, it would be possible to pull off a hoax of this size. And like I said, this had been going on for decades, this sighting, reports and sightings of this creature. So I just don't believe, personally, that this could be a hoax. And plus, they just bring in other elements, as we'll talk about. So I don't feel like this is a hoax. So as December comes and goes, the activity just ramps up. So many more sightings of the Mothman, lights in the sky, and even reports of men in black around town, talking to citizens and discouraging them, not outright threatening them, but kind of encouraging them to not report any sightings of the Mothman to anyone and not talk about the Mothman, which is super sketch. So reports and sightings of the Mothman tend to die down a bit during 67 for the majority of the year. But then again, in November, the sightings just ramp up again. like a crazy amount. He is being seen everywhere, in daylight, during the night, just everywhere. There was even a woman who saw him on the side of the road, and she thought it was just a normal man standing there at first, and so she stopped her car to like ask if he needed a ride or help or something, and she locked eyes with the Mothman, like his red eyes, and it damaged her eyes. Like, she had to go see a doctor, and I can't think of the term for what happened to her eyes, but it damaged her eyes for a while. And like, when I heard that, I was like, whoa, like, that's crazy. So yeah, just all this stuff just continued to ramp up on into December. And then we get to December 15th, 1967, 5 p.m. The Silver Bridge is bumper to bumper traffic. People are trying to get home. People are doing Christmas shopping. It's just stacked with cars and people. And out of nowhere, the bridge collapses, sending 31 cars into the icy water below. 46 people, men, women, and children, died that night. And some bodies were never even recovered. Now, after the bridge collapse, the Mothman kind of just disappeared. There were no more reports of lights in the sky. No one saw the Mothman. It was very strange. It was like the earlier reportings of him from back in like 1914 and 1920s and 1930s. It was like the year before he had come to warn them that something was going to happen. And then it kind of died down, and then he came back in November again to try and warn them. Like, he would stand in people's yards, like he was trying and couldn't communicate. Like, he knew something was going to happen, and he could not communicate with these citizens that something was coming. And that, to me, has always been one of the things that has fascinated me about the Mothman. Because he never hurt anyone, like, not really. I mean, there was the chick with the eyes, but I feel like that might have just been an accident. Like, maybe this Mothman creature is very powerful, and that was purely an accident. And yeah, he scares the crap out of people, but I don't feel like that's his fault. I mean, yeah, he's this otherworldly creature. I mean, but I feel like he is genuinely trying to warn people when something is going to happen. Now, in years since 1967, there have been rare sightings of him, but nothing on the scale of the year leading up to the Silver Bridge collapse. So it's just, I love this story. Like, I have to wonder if he showed back up and if there was all these reports of him being seen again. Like, would something happen? You know, it's just a story I love, and I'm fascinated by it. So what is he? What is the Mothman? Is he a weird guardian angel that we don't understand? I mean, I am not one for the Bible because I have my own thoughts on that, but I will say every time an angel appears in the Bible, they say, "Be not afraid." And I feel like we should look at that a little more literally, because people are freaking afraid of angels in the Bible, and maybe they're not these angelic creatures that we tend to picture. So is the Mothman some like angel or prophet or something that was trying to warn Point Pleasant of this tragedy, of many tragedies that have befallen this town? You know, what is he? I can't come up with anything else other than he is a benevolent creature that is trying to help this town by warning them something is coming. Because he has never hurt anyone. So, scared the crap out of them, yes, but never hurt anyone. So, yeah, But every year in September, Point Pleasant holds a Mothman festival. There is a huge statue in like the town square, I believe, of the Mothman. And quite honestly, I would love to attend the Mothman Festival if I ever had the opportunity to travel to West Virginia. I think it would be so much fun. I would absolutely love that. Yeah. I really wish I'd had a Mothman shirt to wear today. I intend to purchase one in the future. Like, I've always wanted one. I think like Wicked Clothing, they're like a clothing brand. I think they have one I kind of want to get. But Ghostface will do for today, you know. So, yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What do you guys think of the Mothman? Is he real? Is it a hoax? Is he, you know, a benevolent prophet that's trying to save the citizens of Point Pleasant, West Virginia? What do you guys think? So, let me know in the comments down below. Alright, I love you guys, and I will see you later.